The Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by Mid Carolina Service Company.
Mid Carolina Service Company is the first name to search for your residential or commercial HVAC needs in Lexington and surrounding areas.
Just go holler at Jason and Clint. They'll hook you up on the air conditioners, on the restaurant equipment, refrigerators, refrigeration, ice machine repair. They've been doing this for years. I know them cats forever.
Family owned and operated since 2006, they pride themselves in their quality work and customer relationships. Call 803-356-4153 or visit midcarolinaserviceco.com for a no obligation quote for service today.
The Hilltop Glove Podcast is sponsored by True Brilliance Entertainment.
True Brilliance is a production, promotions, and management company dedicated to connecting artists and producers across the Carolinas to music industry professionals.
Several of their clients have placements both domestic and internationally as a result of their services.
Are you an artist or producer looking to build meaningful relationships within the music industry? Then True Brilliance is for you. Check them out at paramilitary.com. That's spelled P-A-I-R-A military.com.
Welcome to the Hilltop Glove Podcast.
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 The Hilltop Glove Podcast.
Welcome back to the Hilltop Glove Podcast. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with KUNTRY. Hailing from the low country of Charleston, South Carolina, KUNTRY is an auto-tune funkadelic artist with a diverse set of talents and interests. With 9,000 followers on Instagram, 900 followers on YouTube, and 2,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, his viral One More Chance music video will have you grooving all night long. KUNTRY's journey is as intriguing as his music. As an only child raised by his grandparents, he was a mischievous and curious kid. He graduated from Hilton Head High School and later earned the name KUNTRY while attending Benedict College, shout out BC, where he received his bachelor's degree in business management. KUNTRY went on to create his own audio and video production company, TBMM Productions, showcasing his entrepreneurial spirit and dedication to his craft. Be sure to like and subscribe to his YouTube channel and Instagram, and don't miss his newly released song, D4L, on Spotify. Let's welcome someone who may just be the key that opens the door to fresh and innovative sounds, KUNTRY. How are you doing today, my brother? How you doing?
I am great. I'm actually much better now. Great introduction, man. Great words from a great man. I like that. Might be the key to missing one. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I got to say this straight up. This person right here, the one who write all this stuff, I just got to say it. Yeah.
Journalist extraordinaire.
Say it again.
Journalist for the stars.
Yes.
Galore.
Yes. And we always like to shout out to the fact that Tamaya always does really good digging on you all to figure out who everybody is, who your baby's mama was, your baby's mama, mama.
I'm glad I had too much
third
drama.
kid down the line. All those issues that we have, so we can bring it up. We always like to tease. We don't do yellow journalism over here, but we do like to make sure we understand who our guests are before they come on. And it's always good to have a very unique and creative individual on the show because it matters so much to our audience. And I know we were talking out there briefly when you arrived in, you and your engineer. And matter of fact, shout your engineer out.
Shout out to my engineer. That's my engineer / manager / team member / brother.
Preach.
Chris McClellan, grown man, grown mixed it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Buford, Port Royal, stand up.
Word, that's what I'm talking about. Because, man, you all's relationship and the way that we were discussing out there, man, it's really refreshing to see.
Man, I appreciate that.
Very refreshing, very refreshing. But we like to begin and start each episode with a little bit of history.
Yeah.
Obviously, we want to make sure that our audience and anybody that comes across this video gets to know who you are. And just to start off, man, what was it like growing up and who influenced you as a child?
What it was like growing up, like you said, I was the only child. Shout out to my mother, but I was raised by my grandparents because she was like in the military, still finishing school and you know, finding herself in life. And raised by my grandmother and grandparents, born in Charleston, South Carolina, raised in Hilton Head. It was like Hilton Head is different, man. It's like a time warp, man. It's like it's like everything's down there, but there's nothing down there. But in the same sense, folks spend hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars to come spend their time down there. So it's like its own little. You can get lost in there, like in the same sense. You can. Hilton Head is only like 12 miles, I believe, long. You can spend a whole year in Hilton Head and not see folks who you grew up with. Like you could just, it's like that, but it's just that small, but it's that big. You know what I'm saying? But got to see all aspects of life, from the $1 million houses to the everyday living of the low country people. So you know what I'm saying? It has a gift and its curse, but I wouldn't trade it. It was a great experience. It made me to the man I am today.
Awesome. And just to pinpoint and key in on influences, obviously as creatives, always going to ask this question, and it is almost like a loaded question or an old question, but we always like to ask, like, what influenced you, like, creatively as a child, like growing up? What kind of things were you introduced to?
I just was always a character. Shout out to my grandparents. They always made sure I traveled, did different things, played sports and this, that, and the third. But my grandmother and my aunt were my biggest influences musically, and my cousins too. But like they will always just be playing music, or she's taking photos, or me just hearing different aspects, like riding the Cadillac with my grandfather, hearing James Brown or Otis Redding, sitting on the dock of the bay, just having like an old connection to the throwbacks, to the oldies but goodies. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the new stuff too, like when my cousin was the first one who put me on like the Dungeon Family, Cool Breeze, them boys, the Goody Mobs. When I was off my New York tip, like, you know, I was off my Dipset and Jay-Z's and the Biggies and stuff like that. But I always got a good melting pot of sounds from the different individuals I hung around.
Awesome.
You know, that's something I've heard a lot of people talk about in South Carolina in particular. Yeah. That, like, you know, a lot of places were keyed in on only listening to music from the North or only listening to West Coast, but we got like this melting pot of everything.
You got the West in there. You got your Death Rows and you know what I'm saying, your Too Shorts and a little bit of all that. Then couldn't forget your Master P's and all that. Even though I think the verse is going down tonight, you know, Cash Money, all of that. So coming from the era I came from, you got to see a little bit of everything. You know what I'm saying? So it was. I don't like to tell my age, but I was born in '86, so it's like we got to see from the technologies, from the music.
We got the analog to digital.
Like we're still in the transition of all that, because everything is still new right now with technology coming out. So it's like, it's really nothing new to us, but it's like, you know, it's still true to us. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I like the point that was made, and you might be able to chime in on this. I know we did so interestingly enough, obviously, if you aren't a part of our Patreon, man, please join our Patreon. Awesome content up there. One of the things that we did do, we actually did a documentary on South Carolina hip hop, right? And we talked to some of the pioneers and folks that originated what we know now with South Carolina hip hop. And one of the things that came out of it was the fact that they called us, like, we are one of the best testing grounds.
For test market, prime test market.
Any part of the nation, doesn't matter what type of music you're doing, bring it to South Carolina.
They're going to eat it up.
Say it again.
They're going to eat it up.
Because we'll tell you what it really is. We don't have any. And this is interesting what you said. We don't have any specific, we like good music.
Right.
This is just what it is. We'll tell you like it is. If it's bad music and it's from the West, we're going to tell you. If it's good music and it's from the Midwest, we're going to tell you what it is. So people always come here to us as a test market. And it kind of leads into this question of, with that being said, with us, especially with how inviting we are for outsiders, especially talking about Hilton Head, people come down and spend money, it shows how inviting we are as a state. What's the best thing about South Carolina to you?
The best thing about South Carolina to me, the uniqueness is like how we talk, like that Gullah Geechee.
Yeah.
That excuse me my language, but that shit is real one of one. Like folks get us misconstrued with New Orleans or the Caribbeans. When really, low-key, everything started in South Carolina. Like, it's a lot of history. A lot of things began, roots from Florida to Georgia, Virginia, South Carolina. Like, how they like to say, the Gullah Geechee people say, y'all just come here. We been here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like our folks were here first. So it's like everything started here and it worked its way out. Like a lot of folks from New York always say, oh, my grandmother from South Carolina or North Carolina. Everything started here and it made its way on out to everywhere else. So it's like, we are so influential. We got our hands in a little bit of everything. It's just, we just haven't got the light all the way shined on us. The light is shining on South Carolina right now.
Preach.
Yeah. And to speak on South Carolina music, shout out to my man who just left with the Luciano, is that the correct term? Luciano Brand. Shout out to 21, Twin D, 21 First Studio in Charleston, South Carolina. Like, he was one of those people coming up, like, when I first started doing music, like, damn, I got to go record at Twin. Or
That's true.
At least got to go do something in Charleston. At least have my name recognized in that plethora of artists list in Charleston.
Yeah.
So it's like, that was a big accomplishment. Like, then I met Twin, shook his hand, he knew who I was. So it's like, it's all a timing thing. You know what I'm saying? If you keep going, it's gonna make itself work. And
just to add on to that, with the South Carolina music and the spreading of influence from here, the influence, like I said, it's a truly cultural influence. I know you're talking about with Gullah Geechee, but a lot of people don't realize it's actually a recognized nations within the United States of America, just like your Cherokee, Chippewa, anytime. It's a recognized nation. They can actually make rules and edicts to govern their people. They have a queen, etc. Like, people are like, what? This is for real? I'm like, no, seriously. And it's the Gullah Geechee nations of, and like you said, Georgia, Florida, South Carolina, and North Carolina. It actually is all together as one, and it originates from here.
Shout out to Queen Quet. I believe she's out there from Beaufort. She's big with the Penn Center and do a lot of work out there as well. You know, in that Gullah Geechee family and foundation.
And you get to see, like, the way in which they operate. It's a really cool. You realize, okay, these people are really like that. That's why I think people, they love coming here and feeling that embrace.
It's like none other. It's one-on-one. It's like a real cultural shock. Like, oh, they still living it to this day. Like, you ever heard of the Fusky Island? Yeah. The Fusky is like no bridge, probably like 20 minutes.
You were right.
Like a 20, 30-minute ferry ride from Hilton Head or from Bluffton. And it's like folks still over there. You might got to get your groceries ferried over there on the boat. Or you got your boat to get over there. No other transportation other than golf carts when you get over there. On the island. And it's real, it's real peaceful over there.
Yeah. Like, they get to live the way that they lived back in the day.
Do all your fishing you want. You got the access to the beach 24/7. And that's another thing with like Hilton Head too. Outside of everything being built up on Hilton Head and they raising the taxes and pushing the families out, like, it's still no place like it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting. Just moving a little bit more into music, and then we'll discuss some other things as well. How have you changed over the years as an artist? And with a question like that, obviously technology changes, so thus you got to change the way in which you do your music. The way in which you communicate and contact your audience changes, so thus you're going to change in that sense. But specifically when it comes to your sound, could you describe the change in your sound from when you first started what you wanted to do to what you actualized out into?
From then until now, like, I always just wanted to do what I wanted to do. Like, versus trying to cater on what people may like. Let me make the music that whatever that beat is telling me, or the music that I want to hear, or that I like. Yeah, somebody will gravitate towards it throughout the years. But from then till now, I've been doing that. But I've always been trying not to get in the way of myself. Of, all right, let me do something different, or let me not do something different. Let me do what the people want. It's like a thin line with that, because I just recently switched up the character from the groove. They just come back doing some regular stuff. And some folks like, they like the bars. They like the bars of me just rapping. Yeah. But it's like, the whole reason I did the groove character, the groove god, or the go into trap disco was niggas wasn't doing that. Niggas were afraid to do it. Yeah. But it was always something to me like, man, damn, like, I gotta put the get up on every time I get up to go do something. Or like right now, I would have came and put the get up on, but it's like it wasn't wearing on me, but it was like, man, is that the real expression, the realness? But at the same, I can't take myself too serious. Like, just to have fun. Like,
that's why we do music.
You know what I mean? So it's like I look at it like, shit, I went all across the damn the nation out my pocket in the character and got nothing but great reviews.
That was out of your pocket?
Out of the pocket, like, just so we can got this. The folks got to know about this shit. If I ain't willing to do it, nobody else gonna do it. But it was like we didn't get the same aspect like from the crib. But then another micro aspect of that, I can't get caught up on what the folks at the crib say, because I'm for the world. You know what I'm saying? It's shit bigger than that. So every artist, I already know, it's like you always going against yourself, but you got to always get out of that negative mind state. Like, keep this shit positive. I'm right on schedule. I'm right where I need to be. Everything happened for a reason. all this can't be in vain as long as I keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like the moment I stop doing this or having fun with it, that's when I'm done with it. You know what I mean? It's like, so I can't do that. Like, even though like we was transitioning into the another ventures, it's like, man, I'm seeing all my cats or all, it's like all your classmates who you came in the game with, you see them slowly, gracefully bowing out, whether they just stop doing music or they just transition to something else. It's like, man, I can't do it. I can't do it right now. I got to keep, at least even if I'm not making as much content, I at least got to do something and give some kind of energy towards the music. Because like, if I didn't come to the interview today, I'm not like, I could have been doing anything else, but I'm not putting the energy towards the music, which could come back in any kind of way, whether it's content.
Keep the flame alive.
You know what I'm saying? Got to put that energy towards it. So that's where I've been at with it. Like, all right, it's nothing to reinvent myself. Like I done that over the times, over the years. From I started as LPK, Loud Pack Country, because I used to be selling a lot of loud when I was going crazy. And then I took it to Low Country, since that was where I was from, and like nobody had that name.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Then we just, when we went to the trap shit, the trap disco, let's just drop the country. Because if you really fuck with me, you call me Country, or you call me Boog if you know me from the house. So it's like, it's nothing to reinvent myself. It's just staying true to that. Like, all right, let me keep it going, even if I only get one like. I'm gonna hit the booth if I only got one mic. You know what I'm saying? So
do you think it's important to keep yourself reinvented, to keep to keep it fresh? For
sure, because if you ain't changing, then you know what I'm saying, you're not expanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of folks like to say, I'll never change. Yeah,
hear it all the time.
Every day is something new in this world. So you got to do your best. And it's so easy to get lost and be like, man, I ain't keeping up with it. And then you'll look up and, man, you so far behind, man, you don't know where to start again. You don't let the car sit in the yard for so long, you ain't even cranked it up. And now when you're ready to go drive somewhere, damn, I gotta go get a new battery. You know, so folks don't even want to come check on the car with you no more. You ain't want to drive that car, man. You always say you want to get in the car, you ain't driving that car.
That's a great analogy, man. That's a great analogy.
It's a fine line and a thin line of just, all right, staying true to yourself, figuring out what works, and to go, like you said, the different transition or stages in the game, because the landscape of how you promote and market yourself has changed now. Like I said, I came from the CD age. A few years ago, it was QR code now. So now I'm seeing if you notice, all the big rappers don't even go, the new media press run is locking in with the streamers. Like, let me go lock in with the streamers so they can showcase boom, boom, boom. Even though we ain't even doing nothing here, we just in here cutting the bullshit and playing the game and might do something. But the new A&Rs is I got to go tap in with the screamers and all of that, versus I'm going to radio, I'm going to
some content,
you know what I'm saying,
sign CDs,
you know what I'm saying, passing out CDs,
or
I'm touching the people. But and I take that back. It's like it's not too far from touching the people, because I've been seeing a lot of artists like, I want to go direct to fans, because we learning that Spotify pays us a penny.
Good point.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what Prince was trying to tell us years ago.
You know what I'm saying? And I remember that. I remember before even streaming went big, passing out CDs, and you might get a $5. You might, hey man, you want to boom boom? It's all me. Versus we did get away from that, and it's like it's slowly having to come back to that, so I can sustain off my fan base. I ain't got to worry about streaming. I'm eating off merch. I'm eating off the ticket sales, off the concerts for the folks who really want to deal with me. So it's just keeping up with the landscape of the game, because every day is changing.
And just talking about business, and this is interesting. I'm happy that you brought that point up about how you getting in touch with your fans and making sure you're keeping your business moving on. I know I made that point about Prince, and I know the gentleman, I'm going to mess his name up. He's currently serving a prison sentence right now for the violence that was caused with a gun shooting and Megan and et cetera. I forget his name. Can't say his name right now.
Shout out to TL.
Yeah. But one of the things that he did that I thought was really, really dope was he put out an album. He charged $1 for it. And he sold the album directly to his fans. And he was able to sell, I think it was $1, $3, but he was able to sell over 1 million copies in like probably 10 to 20 minutes. He kept all that money in his own pockets. He never had to go through a distributor. He never had to worry about Amazon coming on, taking stuff off the top. He never had to do any of that. And I thought that was really interesting, because Prince doing the same thing at his concerts, you would buy the concert ticket and you would get the album, and it would count as a sale too. So you would also get your sound scan, right? When talking about connecting with fans, do you think nowadays that the actual music is as important as sharing your everyday life with your fans.
It's like, it's not, because that's what I'm figuring out now. Like we said, the transition of how you promote, the landscape of how you promote yourself and how you interact with your fans is changing. Like, they can care less about the music, and all right, we don't really too much want the mysterious anymore. We want to see what you're doing when you get up and your day to day. I want you to sit here and talk to me, even if it's just about nothing. And I'm in the place like, all right, I need to get, I can be a character and I can boom when the camera's on and boom, but like off camera, I'm like so chill. Yeah. Like if you really know me and fuck with me, like we gon' you know the vibes. But if you just new coming around and you think you're gonna get all this burst of energy from me, no, you gotta earn that. You know? You gotta earn that before you burn that. So it is that, like, it's like with TikTok now, it's like they just want you to get on there and talk some shit, or it's not even talk shit. It's like if you're giving some kind of value, if you even giving some kind of value, or you solving a problem, or bring some kind of solution to the table, then that's where the content and everything is going at now. You know, or it's either if it's not solving nothing, it's straight ratchet and we fighting and we carrying on about other shit. That's up too. They love to see that too. You know? Is that a high pressure thing for you? Do you take that as pressure? In which aspect? Having to get in front of that camera, because I don't think people even like asking artists. Do you feel it's pressure having to know? All right, I need to make sure I have 3 pieces of content out by 5 p.m. on Tuesday in order to start engagement on Wednesday at 9 a.m. There's that pressure at front artists? It can be plenty pressure, and it can lead to burnout. But it just goes back to, having a plan, sticking with it, having a schedule, you know what I'm saying, and really knowing what you want out of it. You know, because like if you're doing all of that, it's easy. It's really easy. But then if you're not in the mode, like I really don't want to, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're in that mode, nothing's really going to get done. You know what I'm saying? But if you're looking at it like, all right, like it's really nothing I can get. And then it's also a gift and a curse. It's much easier because back then you used to have to spend thousands of dollars to get a music video. Yeah, that's true. Versus you can go spend hundreds of dollars in one day, a couple hours to last you for the rest of the month. Yeah, you can keep living off that same piece of work. Keep going. It's just the next step is, all right, how do I stay creative with it? You know what I mean? How do I take it to the next level? Like that's what I'm in. That's what I'm at now. Like when we started the trap disco, we wanted to give folks an experience. And it was like we kind of felt like they didn't appreciate the experience, but I couldn't let that deter. But it couldn't build resentment in me. Like stop doing what I'm doing, because at the end of the day, as long as I created something or I got whatever that vision or whatever that vision was sent to me or whatever that beat was talking to me, as long as I got that out, that's the W. Anything after that is extra. The money come, the fame come after that is extra, but the foundation of it is like, let me get this art out, because if I don't do something with it, the vision gonna come to you. It's like boom, boom, and it's gonna really propel those who take advantage or who took the risk to put themselves out there. Because really, we mad vulnerable. Like when we telling as an artist, we're mad vulnerable. And it's just, I'm giving you the best of me, even though you may not know I'm giving you the worst of me. Some folks may appreciate it, some folks won't, but that comes with the game, that unwritten contract we signed, like, it's a catch-22 in this thing, you know what I'm saying? But it's all your perspective. Like, let me look at the upside of this 22. I learned from the downside to add to the upside. That's a good way to put it. And I know for a lot of young folks, you don't think about it in that way until you've experienced it. It's hard. That's a good way to look at it. You know what I'm saying? But when we're younger, we too close to the sun. You know, we actually in Icarus. Too close to the sun to even pay attention. They even want to look up and look at the whole aspect of the receipt. So, like I said, come from that experience for me to take back, learn from it. How can I change? And some folks may not even take the time to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it too. Like some folks don't even got the mental capacity or emotional capacity to even figure the problem out and move from there. They just stuck in it. So I'm blessed to have that. It's a blessing. You ain't lying. To have foresight. Man, you know what I'm saying? I have to ask this question because I know Mike made a point about this when he came in, man. Do you have a personal stylist or do you dress yourself? I somewhat dress myself, but shout out to Erica. There we go. House of Strut, Savannah, Georgia. She's coming up on her 10-year anniversary. It's I believe November 15th or 16th. We got a performance down there, I believe, at Club 1 in Savannah, Georgia for her 10-year anniversary. I forgot what I was doing. I was walking around Savannah, and she had a big pink vintage pink house that she turned into a vintage store right on the corner in Savannah, Georgia. And I walked in, and we've been locked in for like 10 years. She's been styling me since since Low Country. Shout out to Erica, House of Strut, and the House of Strut family. She always got some nice baddies in there, some good, lovely ladies to help you.
There we go.
You know what I'm saying? But as far as the vintage and everything, she keep me so laced and based, man. So,
bro, because that shirt you wearing right now.
This was shot to my shorty. This machine, there's some other stuff. But as far as the other flamboyant shit, like anything.
That's how you get it.
I mostly she keep me vintage piece. Like that orange suit that we did for for Halftime Lover.
Yeah.
That was from her.
Wow.
I would say that was I forgot what that was. It was like most of my shit, I got a painting, so I got like a 1970s onesie painting suit. That's like, she just keeps.
That's where she just finds this stuff.
She finds it. They bring it in. She be, they be going all over the place. All across. She was in LA and all going to New York Fashion Week. So she been doing her thing for a while. Shout out to Erica.
No, because
House of Strut.
Because to create the vibe that you create, especially doing the trap disco stuff, it does. You have to do some investigation.
But look at all that. I look at all of it played a part to be right on schedule. Like when we decided to go trap disco, I like, oh boom, we can hit Erica for the because it was just a thought. Like, all right, let's take it. Live was the first video when we like, let's go back to the 70s and 80s, and then we went lavish, and that's when she gave me all the threads for that month. You know what I mean?
Oh wow.
So and before I even went trap, I was doing the photo shoots with her just so she have a model and somebody to do that, and I always been left. I'll show you some photos because we never put out, but it was just everything always, I look at everything right on schedule. I'm right where I need to be. Even if I feel like I'm not, I got to remember I'm right where I need to be. I can't even complain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I gotta speak on this, Mike, because we were talking about this out here, and just talking about being right on schedule, right? Because right on time, right on time. Man, when I say, and I always like to tell youth who are wanting to pursue creative endeavors, or even people who are currently in creative endeavors, and you want to keep your dream alive, keep that flame going, one of the things you have to do, and I know we've had this conversation just as a group in the Hilltop Glove podcast, but you have to, and you should want to have multiple streams of income.
For sure.
Very important. In order to keep your freedom as a creative, as an artist, and to live a good quality lifestyle and be able to do what you want to do.
Keep flexible from the change too, because we don't know what the next thing's going to be.
That's true.
You never know when the next lick going to hit. You know what I'm saying? That's just entrepreneurship, because the internet and society make you feel like it's laying for having a job. You know what I'm saying? But ain't nothing wrong with having some for sure funds coming in.
Yeah.
Right? You got the for sure duckies coming in. We at the crew, we call them duckies. I got my duckies in a row, like extra duckies, that's cushion. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with extra duckies, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. However you got to get it, man, work you. I've been fortunate enough, I haven't worked a job in some years. Yeah. I've been doing the entrepreneur thing, but even with that, it's not for the weak-hearted.
Preach.
I know some months I ain't had nothing coming in. Had to keep the faith at an all-time high that, a pie is going to fall out the sky and we're going to eat. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and you got to keep your face clean with that. You got to keep your name clean. Like he said, multiple sources of income. Yeah. You got to have that. And it's always like, with the times we in, it's best to keep that money moving. Like, if you just got that money sitting and you just spending, like, the dollar's lost 98% of its buying power since I think like 1980 something or like 18 something. So it's like what we could have spent $100 with last year is not the same what we can buy now. And the government shut down, interest rates going. Like I was doing when we first started doing the trap thing to bring some extra. I had a couple extra dollars. I went and bought some cash cars and did my Turo thing. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing the Turo for a while. Wanted to get into the private rentals, but it was just so much. It was so much profit and more profit, but more headache and overhead. Like with Turo, I don't even got to see you. I got to get you to send you the code. You got the lockbox on the car. They handle the insurance, this, that, and the third. Anything happen, I get 60% of the profit made. They take their 40, and I don't got to worry about
Call a day, detach yourself.
With that private, you don't want to bring the car back. Yeah. I got to kill switch. You probably done took off. You don't answer the phone no more. I got to send the tow truck to come and get it. You know what I'm saying? So that was one thing I was doing. And then outside of the video and audio production, I was like, man, I'm tired of waiting on folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of, it started with I wanted to learn how to shoot my own shit. So I was doing folks' parties back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Coming in with the camcorder. And then after a while, I'm seeing like, why my shit so dark? Why I need light? And I got the light for the party. And I was like, you know what? Let's start doing photography for events. Then I led the weddings and everything like that. So it's like all that fed back into the music. I can at least edit my own thing or produce something or film it.
Yeah.
You know, so I ain't got to wait on cats.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then after a while, like we got to figure out something else when shit's slowing down. I need something else to do. We decided to do the box truck.
Mm-hmm.
I can have some extra duckies laying around. Let's invest in that to see how can we turn that into something.
Yeah, I guess you're a very intelligent guy. And I know, like you said, behind the scene. Oh, word. Well, I appreciate you. Like you were saying, people may not know about, like, you're a real chill cat, right? Very intelligent guy. I'm talking about doing investigation, doing research, putting two and two together, doing the legwork, the stuff that your capability, and this is probably why you're such a good creative too. I think that adds into it. And I know for young folk that listen, say, all right, so what are some of the tools and things that I need to do? Like being able to read, research, it matters.
We was leaving Atlanta yesterday, and I was reading a book while he was looking for a load, and I was like, he was asking me something. It was what's the book? The Art of Negotiating.
Yeah.
And we were just like, boom, like, can you read? I was reading out loud, and he was like, you actually read. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
All that shit plays a part in it. Like, it's not cool to be dumb. Eventually, like, you're gonna run into some females like they ain't really off the low vibrational. You gotta have more than just the cash and the stash and the instruments. All this is instruments is cool.
Yeah.
But without it, can I hold a conversation or can I at least add some value to your situation?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Matters.
So you got to have some kind of intellectual to yourself. Street smarts, book smarts, all smarts are good. Any dumb activities, you know what I mean, that can lead you down the other way, it's cool, but it's gonna hinder you in the long run. Like listen to what your older folks say, your predecessors, they know for a reason.
Yeah.
I wish I listened to what my folks had said, like, so I wouldn't have bumped my head. But you got to go through it to get to it. It helps, but if you can save yourself some headache, don't even do it. You know what I mean?
I agree, man. I totally agree. And I just thought that was really cool because the step-by-step basis of understanding how to do things, I know we were discussing before we came in, that's one of the biggest, one of the aspects of our podcast that we try to focus on. So especially for the youth that watch our podcast, that see it, and they're like, yo, I like how such and such's style works. I like how they do this and that. What's the 1, 2, 3, and 4 to get there? Because that's usually, like they say, knowledge is power, and knowing is half the battle. Shout out G.I. Joe. No, it's for real. Because I thought it was always a joke when they used to say that. I'm like, oh, that's not that. They're going to say that. The American hero is whatever it is, right? No, but it's real. Like, knowing is half the battle. So having some information to run off with is going to place you in a better situation than being just young and dumb. And I'm telling you, sometimes being young and dumb is a blessing because sometimes you don't want to know, but it is good to know. Moving back into music, obviously you have musical influences. Could you list some of those musical influences so people know what like specific names of artists that you were just like, this is my mountain. Even better, I'm going to do this to you. I got to do this to you. A top 5.
Oh, Lord.
A top
5. Got to do it. Top 5. No particular order.
I ain't gonna lie, like, damn, top 5. My job so crazy. You gotta throw Mike on there.
Go ahead.
I gotta throw Andre on there. For some reason, I gotta throw D-Train on there.
Wow. For the audience, they don't know.
Keep going.
Go ahead.
Keep
on.
Yeah. That's
D-Train also. That's a Kevin really liked that. Skip got really like that.
I said Mike, D-Train. I said Andre. I don't know, for some reason Johnny Cinco. It's like
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I swear.
Yeah.
I swear. And let me see who I might just gotta throw Future. I throw Future in there too. It between Future and Thug. Like when I first started, Thug was a big influence. But I feel like I'm missing. But I'll take those. I got a plethora of artists I like too.
I knew you did. Yeah, that's why I wanted to know what your top 5 would be, because it's gonna be way different from anybody we've ever had.
I hate top 5s. They change every time I think about them.
Every time I hear something new, I heard something up here today I never heard before. So it's like every day is changing. So I'm always listening to something different. If I'm listening to beats or something.
Hey, as you should be. And to add on to that, and we were talking about this earlier, and we're just like you understanding how things are working with making music videos, making music, etc. One of the things I do want to ask you about, because you got to see some of this change over the years, but can you walk us through your creative process when producing a new track or a video?
As far as recording,
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I ain't say this, no, but I ain't recording like maybe about like 6 months, dog. Like even though I be with my engineer every day, we had so much other stuff going on, but we got so much record. Like when I say, dog, I got so much record. We used to do 100 songs, 100 days,
For each.
stuff like that. But my creative process, like recently, it used to be I'll hear the beat. I send me some beats, and I usually ride around and I'm smoking, and I usually come up with my hooks. I always come up with my hooks. Whatever the beat tell me, I come up with my hooks, and then I at least come up with like 4 bars to come into the verse with. And then after that, I go to the studio and we just, the energy, whatever is coming from there.
Oh, really?
So I really never really wrote anything.
You're the first person I've ever heard say that.
And as far as like with the trap disco, Grown would pick on like when we started the heat in the night, Synchronic, the Graduation,
dope track.
Those projects, he picked all the beat selection. Like he would go and find some beats, and then I wouldn't hear him until we got in the studio. And then I said, you know, all right, boom, I like that one. Let's do that one. That's what it's telling me. Let's do it. And same for, I try to at least come up with a bridge or at least 4 bars to get me into the song. Cause I know, I always heard a lot of artists, when they get to starting to rhyme in the studio, they either too high or they really not off it. They take a lot of time on the verse.
Yeah.
I can at least come with the first 4 bars, or at least a bridge and the 4 bars. That's half the song.
Bro,
you know,
like I said, you're a really smart guy. Like you set yourself up. It's like putting it. It's setting it up on the tee so you can knock it out.
I mean, alley-oop myself.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and in that way you're prepped, but you're also like feeling the vibe at the time.
I'm feeling the vibe. Yeah. And also I'm paying for this, so it's like I can't be in here trying to figure out for a
Say that one more time. You're doing what? You're paying for it.
Paying for studio time.
Yes.
My dog, my grown engineer, grown man, always be like, bro, it's not that hard. You don't gotta go too crazy. Don't make it a thing. You know what I'm saying? So like, let's keep it simple. We might come with a bridge, we'll double that. Got the hook. I might say that I might change up the cadence on the second verse, even if I did that. I don't even do second verses like that. I stopped doing it because like the attention span has shifted over the game. So like, let me come in, give you a hook, give you a verse, then I might give it a hook again, the bridge after that, and then we out of there. So I don't want too much of your time. Just let me get what I can get.
And as a DJ, thank you.
You know,
it makes it. No, he's right. No, it makes it way easier because, like, as a like you're mixing in the club, or say even you're making a mix for the radio, whatever it may be. If I know your verse is going to be the hottest part, and that verse is hot, that's all I need. Because I'm not going to play 3 verses. I hate to say it, love Jay-Z. I'm not playing 3 verses, bro. I'm going to pick the verse that I like. And I used to have cue points set where I would just go to the verse that I like out of that track, and I'm going to mix that verse, and after that, I'm out.
And if some artists figured out to where they do it seamless, like that's what I really love when an artist do it on the song. Like you hear the hook, and then it's so catchy, it goes right into the verse, and then they bring it right back.
Gotcha.
It's like seamless. Like
gotcha.
It's going crazy.
Yep.
You know,
So that'll make you listen to the next one if they're gonna do extra. That's
right. That's my process, man. I keep it simple. You know what I'm saying? We might sip something, might smoke something, but for the most part, I try to come in prepared a little bit so I ain't just wasting everybody's time or mine, you know.
Smart man. Now with a video, the way that you think about a video, putting it together, the idea, the concept, how do you do that? How do you make this make sense? Because you know your lyrics are gonna.
Man, it's like we'll sit there smoking and we just, you know, you just chopping it with your partner. We just saying random stuff like, but we low key speaking it into existence. Like, boy, we was like, we got this one song thing like we was on the yacht and doing all kind of other stuff. It's just politicking, brainstorming. Bro, he's the left brain, I'm the right brain. He's a good. I'm the good cop. He's the bad cop. So it's like, we went to business. Like he choose somebody the other day. Like I got it in me, but I ain't even. I won't let you stress me out like that.
Yeah, exactly,
you know
exactly.
So like, but it's just that's how I go. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have to think about monetary issues when creating a video?
It's like I did when we shot a video in probably like a year or two because we saw it shifting. It's like everybody wanted micro content.
That's what I was. You know that's why I'm. Yeah, that's why I'm asking the question. Yeah, good point. Good point.
It is, but it's not because we can just take that same formula and dumb it down. It was like I wanted to give you less but more in that same thing. Like I'm still trying to figure out like. Because it's so much different aspect. You gotta have a hook at the beginning of your video. You gotta have a caption. Like what's all of that to take in consideration? But it has changed, but not dramatically. I just like I'm in a place like, do I feel like they would appreciate it? But then
is it an important thing?
I can't get lost in that. Still let me create and give folks an experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's where I'm at with it now. Like, all right, with the transition of music videos going to smart to just straight form micro content, how can I still give them an experience in that?
Because you do come from that era, like the way in which you do your music. Listening to your music and looking at videos, you give experience.
That's what I want to do.
You give an experience.
But the game will make you feel like, man, they don't want it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, all right, I'm on a seesaw now. Like, do I continue to give you that? Which really, it doesn't take a lot, but it does take a lot.
Yeah.
I can just spoon feed you with some basic, you know, and I really don't want to do that. So it always leads me back to how can we take it to the next level? Like we want to do some it's almost like go back to time. We want to do some Last Dragon shit. I low-key started it. I started it, but I ain't finished. Like Grown was, but you see, he got the dreads now. He's supposed to be showing enough. I got the red suit for him and all of that. So we started it, and we're gonna call it Take Back to the Last Groove. And it just so happened that Last Dragon is on its 40th year anniversary.
Yeah, and they about to play it in movie theaters.
So you know, see that goes back to taking advantage when you get the vision.
Got you.
It'll go to somebody else, and go
like you said, it will go to somebody else.
Absolutely goes to somebody else.
That's crazy.
And it's having the knowledge, like you said, and also the knowledge with the timing to execute. So, you know, there's so many different variables.
Crazy. All right, one last question before we get to do our wrap up. Talking about, I want to go with this question because I think this is funny. This is always a good question. It's the most boring question. It's the hardest thing for people to answer. You ready?
Let's go.
How do you find balance between work and your personal life?
How do I find balance in that? Work in my personal life.
See, I told you, it's that question. It's like, yo, how do I do that? Or do you not? Because that may be the question. You may not.
I do, but I don't because I am that. I am the work. You know what I'm saying?
That's what makes it difficult. Yeah.
That's what makes it work. But as for how do I find balance in that is, you know, taking time, analyzing things, eating right.
Preach.
Watching what I intake. Because folks always be like, man, I feel like shit, but don't analyze on what you put in your body with your intake outside of even the food, the audio and the visual.
The media intake. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What you reading, what you listening to, who you're around. I like to get grounded. I gotta get back to that, getting grounded and just got my feet in the grass.
Get them in the dirt.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just soaking up some sun. Like that'd be my, when we not on the road and I used to just be at the house, I used to be feeling down. Like now I ain't got shit going on, but let me take advantage of this downtime while I got it. Let me do something. Let me make it a blessing. Use of it, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, boy, a lot of folks, it was the middle of the day, I'm at the crib, but my feet is in the grass, I got the sun, and I got the biggest gas blowing right now, so I really can't complain. As much as the man in me wants to be doing something, I need to be pursuing or being productive, you can't get lost, and let me take some time to fucking relax. Like, let me chill and be okay with that, because that's hard to like, damn, man, I ain't had nothing.
Especially in this day and age. Grind.
Entrepreneur, self-employed, you end up feeling guilt every time.
I'm supposed to be doing something every day.
Right.
But damn, it's like, let me not take myself so serious. Let me just chill out. It's still, if I'm not having fun with it, that's the day I'm done with it.
Yeah.
You know? So like, let me just always be a child at this shit, because remember why I'm doing it. You know?
So you can have some joy.
Yeah, gotta have some joy. Still be a child at it. Like I always tell myself, don't take yourself too serious.
Yeah,
we'll talk ourselves out of whatever it is we want to do.
Yeah,
and then go back and be like, damn, I knew I should have went over there. I should have went and did that thing.
Yeah.
You know, so the balance in that is like watching my intake and try to get it grounded as much as I can. I don't really drink like that. I drink, but I like to be in control. You know what I'm saying? I like to fly the plane versus drive the boat. So. You know, that's
a cool motherfucker. My language. Yeah, that was smooth. I like how you said that was smooth. I gotta ask you just something to tell to the youth before we get up. Cause I always like anytime I talk to creators, especially folks that are doing music. Do you have any specific? And this you don't have to be hardcore with it, but any advice or just some lasting word that you would like to leave with young folks who are listening to this now?
Man, I wish I had said this earlier. Stack your paper, save your paper, but stack the paper and invest. Like, have an intent to do something with the money. Because if you're gonna get in this entertainment, whether it's photography, music, it's good to have some capital that can, you know, keep you afloat when things are not going your way or it's slow motion. You know what I'm saying? When the tide rises in the dark, all the boats rise. When they go away, all the boats go back down. So I would say save, invest, and try to stay knowledgeable on what's going on, even if it's politics or whatever. Because like I've been slacking. I'm getting back on it off the crypto.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like shit's changing right in front of us, man. Don't be complacent and like the writings on the wall. Change with the times. So it's like that's why I would say invest. Goddamn, put that money to work. Get you some crypto or something. Get you some assets that can see some income producing assets.
Appreciation.
That you know that. So while you working, you got something else working over here. Your money's working. Get more money babies. So that's what I would say. And stay true to yourself, man. Don't get caught in the noise. You know what I'm saying? You're never too late. Try to listen some if you can, but it's like it's so hard. Like I know at that age, we want to do it. Like we know it all, but really we don't. So like stay learning, stay earning.
Humble.
You know what I'm saying? Stay humble. And also pop your shit on them folks too.
Can I talk about it? Yeah, you got to do it.
You got to pop it too. Like,
yeah.
Be sure of yourself, because a lot of folks, I be going that too. Like, man, I'm not sure if I'm that nigga, but I'm always that guy, or you're always that female. So I say stack, do something with the money because it's losing value. Find you an asset producing, income producing asset. And then, you know what I'm saying, you'll be all right, man. Do that a couple times, rinse and repeat, and stay out the way. You're good. You know?
I like that, yo. I like that. That's right. That's very succinct.
You know what I'm saying?
Clean.
It ain't hard, but they make it hard.
Mike, you got anything to add?
Man, tell us where people can find you.
You can find me on all social media platforms. That's at Superstar Country, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and you can find me, or you go on Apple Music, Spotify as KUNTRY.
Thank you. Yes.
I am country. The Superstar Country just a tag, but I'm country. I also got a music profile, Low Country, LO''KUNTRY, different style, different times, but all still good music.
Yeah, he's not lying about that.
What's next for you, man?
What's next right now? We trying to figure it out, man. We still going. Like, I know right now that where I really want to do it and where I want to take it, I need to have a certain budget. So I need to figure out something that can help me get there without me indulging all my time in it and not being able to get back to the music. So right now I'm pushing the single D4L. Shout out to Scav Beats. Scav out of Philadelphia, mixed by Grown, mixed it. D4L right now, all platforms, country, D4L, RIP, Shawty Low. We just want to keep folks grooving. That's what's next. I just want to keep folks grooving and moving however I can.
That's a fun track too, man. It's a fun track. Make you feel good when you hear it.
That's all I want to do, is change the energy up, man. Keep the energy at vibrating right and high.
Awesome. Well,
excellent. Yeah, we want to give a shout out to the studio. We're down in Somerville outside of Charleston. We are at Link's Studio. This is a great place. It's on Pier Space.
Yep.
So you can rent out different rooms here for your own production. We got some gear here.
So if you don't have it, you don't need it. You just show up.
Yeah. You got any contacts for the...
Yeah, so let me go ahead and give you contacts real quick. And so I don't know why I was holding this down this way, but if you do want, obviously, peerspace.com, you'll search us under Links Recording Studios at 1668 Old Trolley Road, Suite 202, Somerville, South Carolina. Also, phone number if you do want to call in, if you're old school like that, ain't no problem. We still love to serve you. 843-771-0016. You'll get you in contact with us so that we can set you up for success in here. Obviously, there are I can't speak. There are 3 different rooms in here. We also have a main control room, main lobby area. We do provide some light refreshments. There's some entertainment here and stuff. If you want to just sit back and relax while you have people waiting to come in or out, you can do multi-sessions. We book it out for you. We have equipment here for you as well, so you don't have to have your own equipment. If you don't know if you're ready to jump all the way in to doing something full production for yourself, you can definitely try it out first here in a nice, safe, comfortable environment. And I always like to tell people, man, we're just here to try to give people opportunity and chance. So if you need something and you want to see if this is something you want to do, please come in. Use our services. It's here for a reason. Outside of that, I always like to sign out, but with the Hilltop Glove Glove podcast by telling you to tell somebody next to you that you love and you appreciate them. However, this is DJ and what?
I'm Mike.
Maya.
In the background, and our esteemed guest.
Can I say one more thing? I want to say one more thing. I love y'all, the Hilltop Glove Podcast. Shout to Link Studio.
Hey.
And RP Miss Cash, 151 Gordon Street. Shout to the city of Charleston. I love y'all.
Awesome. Awesome. Great way to end it. Y'all have a blessed one. Till the next time. Peace.
The Hilltop Glove Podcast.